There's a place beyond Dawson City where the land itself seems to vanish. Locals call it the Hollow. Few dare speak its name. Fewer still have seen it. I set out alone, driven by stories of a forest that erases itself from maps and memory. Elijah Blacktree, a weathered trapper, warned me, the Hollow doesn't like being watched. If you film it, it remembers you. On the fourth day, the silence was absolute. No birds sang, no animal tracks appeared, just the endless, heavy hush. Then I found the pine, ripped open and weeping thick red sap, the air heavy with the scent of old blood. Above the wound, a carved grin stared out, mocking and ancient. That night, I reviewed my trail cam footage. In the shadows, a figure, unnaturally tall, faceless, with limbs too long, stood between the trees. Each clip showed it closer, never moving on film, always watching. Stepping outside, I saw footprints circling my camp. They stopped at my tent, but none led away. In the breathless dark, I realized, in the Hollow, you're never alone. It's always watching. I didn't sleep that night. I just lay in my tent, listening. No wind, no animals, just silence, except for something faint and steady, like slow breathing near the canvas. At first light, I stepped out with my camera already recording. The footprints were still there, clear in the snow, leading from the woods straight to my tent. I followed them, moving slow. About 50 feet in, they just stopped. No turn, no drag marks, just gone. I kept going, heart pounding harder than I wanted to admit. That's when I found the second tree. Peeled open like the first, thick red sap bleeding from the trunk. But this time, there were bones. Small ones, scattered around the roots, snapped clean, marrow gone. They didn't look scavenged, they looked picked. I kept filming, but something felt wrong. Later, reviewing the footage, I saw things I hadn't noticed. A pale blur behind a tree, a long smear across the bark. I launched my drone, but after 15 minutes, it dropped from the sky. The battery hadn't died. It had been removed and placed beside it in the snow. That's when I knew I wasn't documenting anything. I was being led. The deeper I went, the colder it got. The trees felt closer. Even the light seemed off, like the forest wanted to hide. When I got back to my sled, my gear was untouched, except for my camera. A single strand of wet black hair had been tied tightly around the lens. That night, I didn't build a fire. I didn't eat. I sat in the dark, barely breathing, because I knew it was close now. And it wasn't leaving. I woke to the sound of snow crunching outside my tent. Not wind, not branches, footsteps. Slow, deliberate, circling me. I held my breath, gripping the zipper, waiting, but nothing came in. At first light, I stepped out. No prints, just smooth snow. I packed up fast and moved, trying to get out, but the woods had changed. My GPS made no sense. Paths looped back. Landmarks were gone. It felt like the forest was folding in around me. I kept filming, but my batteries drained fast, even when fully charged. The deeper I went, the more I saw. Peeled trees, strange carvings, long scratches, always 5. I started hearing things in daylight, clicking, tapping, whispers. I'd turn around, nothing there, but I felt watched. In a frozen clearing, I found bones in the snow. Human, a torn backpack half buried nearby. Inside was a camera like mine, the lens shattered. Every file wiped except one, a single photo, blurry and dark. But I could still make it out. Something tall, pale, towering over the frame. That same long grin from the trees. That night, I made a fire just to keep from losing it. I must have dozed off. When I woke up, the fire was out. My tent was gone. Everything was gone, except my camera, still recording, pointed at me. And on the screen for just a second, I saw it behind me, watching, smiling. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe. Comment your name, and I will use it in upcoming videos.